Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I'd be sitting here drinking this coffee with Joe Boo by myself. So I'm glad that you guys are tuning in to the Joe Boo Sports Report. And man, it's amazing what a good night's rest will do for you. I am feeling on top of the world right now. I'm excited. I feel relaxed. Hopefully, there's not so much blood shot in my eyes and stuff that I finally got some rest. Whew. Now, before I get to the main part of the video, MG79. Last week I put out a Help Joe Boo video because I wanted to get some recipe ideas because I wanted to come up with something for DeMarcus Lawrence. And we actually came up with DeMarcus Lawrence bang bang sliders because you get the first bang is him going past the offensive lineman. The second bang is the quarterback going down. And if he was wise, that quarterback would be down on the ground sliding. And I'll get that video up hopefully later today. I got all the clips and stuff. I just got to put it together. Just haven't had time to put it together. But I got to tell you, it was banging. It was really banging. So thank you, MG79, who gave me the idea about Bang Bang Shrimp. So email me, and I'll be sure to send you a Joe Boo T-shirt. And in fact, I tell you what, I actually like all the comments, and there were a lot of great recipe ideas out there from you guys. My dream, actually, one day, I've got a lot of dreams, and I can honestly say I've never failed at any of my dreams, because the only way you fail on a dream or at anything is you stop, you give up. So as long as you keep working towards that dream, that goal, that problem, you've never failed. So one of my dreams that I haven't failed on is to actually go to every NFL stadium, tailgate, and do a recipe book on food from every region. Haven't failed on it yet. But in the meantime, I'm working on getting my recipes together and stuff. And if you want to try some of the ones I have, if you go to my main YouTube channel page, you'll see I have Cooking with Joe Boo. And on there, I've got Joe Boo's Wings. And I know a bunch of you guys have tried Joe Boo's Wings and love that recipe. I've got shrimp tacos, and although taco hasn't been doing too good, maybe we need to change them up from crunchy tacos to soft tacos. Pulled pork is on there. So I've got a lot of different recipes and stuff on there, and we'll have bang bang shrimp. So if you guys do try any of the recipes, I would love for you to share pictures of them, and I'll even put them at the end of the cooking videos if you do. So let's see. We need a recipe for Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley hasn't been getting started, so let's see if we can come up with some ideas on what we should make for him. It definitely needs to be spicy, and probably not too big because Cole Beasley isn't too big. Definitely needs to be lit. So if you guys give me some ideas and I use your idea or part of your idea, I will be sure to send you a Joe Boo t-shirt. So go to my website, www.cowboyjoeboo.com, and you can email me there with recipe ideas, or you can just leave them here in the comments. So we'll do that. So here we are, knee deep in week number 5. I don't want to say that this is a must-win game because, you've seen teams start out 4-6 and make the playoffs. We've seen teams that start out 0-4 that made the playoffs. And although you may want to have home field advantage hasn't been too good for our Dallas Cowboys as far as the playoff goes. I mean, we've been the number 1 seed a couple of times and have lost at home. What you want is you want to go into the playoffs. You want to win enough games to get into the playoffs at least. You got to do that. But you want to go in there hot and healthy and go on a run. The reality is September doesn't mean much other than in the standings. What you do in October doesn't mean a whole lot. It's what you do in frickin' December and come January. We've got plenty of time. And our biggest problem has been young defense. We've got a lot of rookies out there. And some of them have looked really good in the limited time that they've played with the limited amount of practice being thrown into the fire. Jordan Lewis, that guy, he's a baller. And he's going to be really good, but it's going to take time. Xavier lays the wood, another guy, I think is going to be really, really good. He's the type of guy I like for safety, a guy who hits people, a guy who you have to think about. When you're in that pass route, you're about to lay out for a pass, and you all of a sudden in the corner of your eye, you see Xavier Woods coming. Guess what? Those arms start to get a little shorter. That body starts to kind of gather and says, do I really want to catch this ball? That's what you have to have for a safety. Nothing against Jeff Heath, but I don't feel that players fear Jeff Heath. You've got the parts. Jalen Smith, who's played admirably, is not ready to be an every down player yet. He's going to be. If that foot heals completely, he will be an hellacious player. But that foot still has a ways to go. He's not good at change of direction, and he can't cover receivers that well. And that's where you have to have Sean Lee, and hopefully Hitchens will be okay as well. And you use Jalen Smith in the right situations and allow that foot to heal. And these are things that can happen as the season goes on. So is this a must-win situation? It would be great to get back on track. It's not the end of the world if we don't, but it's time to start getting concerned because we have a lot of tough games coming up. We have time, of course, for these guys to heal after this week. We have the bye week coming up, which hopefully gets us Sean Lee back in a couple of weeks. So, with that being said, we're not the only team that's banged up going into this. The Green Bay Packers, they're beat up pretty well too. Their best running back, Ty Montgomery, and as much as people talk about how bad Zeke Elliott has been, Ty Montgomery isn't exactly doing, major things. He's only averaging 3.4 yards a carry. Aaron Rodgers is their leading rusher, yardage-wise with 3.6. So their running game has not been that great. I think only 72, 73 yards a game. And as far as passing goes in their offense, we're pretty much equal with the Green Bay Packers. Believe it or not, we actually have more yards per game than Green Bay. We also, points-wise, I think Green Bay's averaging about 25.5 points a game, whereas we're averaging like 24. We're ranked 12th in yards, they're ranked 16th. So it's not a whole lot of difference. But I will say this. Aaron Rodgers is the second most quarterback in the NFL. 15 times he's been on the ground. That's not good, and that bodes well for our defense. And with Ty Montgomery being out, with our pass rush that we have, with hopefully a boost from David Irving, I'm not expecting him to go out and get 4 sacks or anything like that first game back. But that's one of those emotional boosts psychologically that you get out there. Because Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay Packers, they know about David Irving, and he was a one-man wrecking machine against them. All of a sudden, you can see how if we can get a pass rush on Aaron Rodgers, get him uncomfortable, because no quarterback likes to get hit, smack him in the mouth, we've got a good chance of this game. Because the other thing about Green Bay is, when they get away from the frozen tundra, they're not quite as good. So I look for our Dallas Cowboys to get healthy and get right on this game. I know I'm in the minority. I know a lot of people say that, it's time to get your pants on fire. But I believe in the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to do it tomorrow. So don't forget, give me those recipe ideas. MG79, be sure to email me so that way I can get you your Joe Boo t-shirt. So as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and thank you guys for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report. Have a great Saturday, and be safe out there.